everybody. Scott Golden here in beautiful, sunny South Florida. I actually live in Boca Raton, Florida, and it was probably the best decision that I've ever made for me personally because I get pickleball, sunshine, and good weather all the time and pickleball courts all over the place. So I definitely love wintertime. I survived the summer, so I can be here during the winter. And I'm excited today because I've got a good friend of mine. I go way back with her within pickleball. I met her through pickleball, and I'm excited today to get a chance and an opportunity to sit down with her and allow her the opportunity to share with you guys, the pickleball community, what she has been doing over the last several months. And without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and bring her on. So here we go. Hey, Karen, how's it
Hey,
going?
Scott. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, doing wonderful. I know you live just north of me. You're in like the Orlando area. Tell everybody where you're from.
I'm originally from Ohio, but moved away several years ago and ended up in Orlando, where pickleball is growing fast and furious, and it's wonderful weather here too. We get to play pretty much year round outdoors, and it's just a terrific place to be.
Absolutely. And do you remember how we initially met? How we met?
I don't remember our first conversations, but we became good friends, and you've actually stayed here a few times, which was always a nice treat for me.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say is that you were so hospitable. You were able to put us up a little bit when we came to Orlando for the PPA tournament. And even before that, I think a year or two before that, we stayed as well. But that's why I think this is so exciting to have you on here today talking about what you came up with and your exciting idea that I'm going to let you get more into detail with later. But you are such a warm and inviting and hospitable person that I think you are a perfect fit for what you created and what you came up with. So I want you to share your experience in pickleball and how you kind of fell in love with pickleball and what's brought you to where you are today, which will then take us into what you created.
Sure. So I played competitive racquetball for about 30 years. And like fine wine and bad cheese, aging caught up with my body for racquetball. And so I started to make a switch. I switched to ballroom dancing for a few years until I found pickleball and fell in love with it, as all of us pickleball crazy people do. That was about 7 or 8 years ago. I started playing, and I became an ambassador, one of the ambassadors for the Orlando area. And now I just try to help and support the growth of pickleball, not only in Orlando, but everywhere I go and everywhere I travel. I always take my paddle, and I always try to arrange for a game or two or 10, as the case may be.
Is that just who you are naturally? You like to host and organize and kind of be a leader in whatever you're doing? Is that kind of in your nature?
I'm afraid so, yes. Yes. I'm
I
retired now. I retired 2 years ago. So it allows me even more chances to host and play and coordinate and plan and organize and all those things that needs some help sometimes.
Absolutely. So that leads me to my next question, which is how did you come about sparking this idea of pickleball singles mingle, which by the way, I absolutely love that name. Pickleball singles mingle is beautiful and it explains exactly what you do, pretty black and white. But go ahead and explain how you came about this idea and then how things have kind of come to fruition.
Certainly. So I was on Facebook, the forum, and I was one of the original 1,000 members of the forum. And as you know, the forum is now over 84 or 85,000 members worldwide. Anyway, earlier this year, I was on the forum, and my friend Kenny and I were chatting back and forth about how difficult it is to date if you're single and a pickleball player to find another pickleball player, because you want someone who understands your passion. I got tired of dating men who didn't understand it. And when I would want to go play at night, they would whine that they wanted me to watch a movie with them. And I would say, if you want to see me, come play pickleball. And so that became a conflict. And pickleball creates this instantaneous bond or connection between pickleball players. There's this attraction, there's this magnetism that exists between pickleball players. Penny and I were lamenting about how there's no place for us single, not married, not attached pickleball players to kind of connect. And we were on Facebook, and I just thought of, well, why don't I create a Facebook page for us, for single pickleball players? So I jumped over to uh, create a group, created one, and put it out there on the pickleball forum. And pretty much people started to sign up. This was earlier in 2022, around May, a couple hundred at a time. And then it started to snowball from there. People told their friends. And now we're up to about 9,000 single, unattached pickleball players who communicate several times a day.
9,000
Yes. And
people
growing.
who are and growing, who are single and ready to mingle, but also play pickleball.
Yes. Yes.
I love that. I love that. You've figured out a way to combine my two favorite things, pickleball and people, and mesh that together for people who are out in 2023 trying to date. It is very difficult to meet
Yes.
and find people who you have commonality with, things that you have in common. And I believe that somebody who is passionate about pickleball needs to try their best to find someone that understands that passion and that excitement. Not
Right.
everybody gets it. I think there's a percentage of people who can be passionate about pickleball and be married or dating somebody that doesn't play. But at some point, inevitably, it will become a conflict, I think, of interest, because you'll find yourself wanting to go play pickleball on multiple nights every week, and they will be stuck at home by themselves, or be almost resentful that you're going out and having fun with other people. And so I think for me, thinking in terms of how much people are fanatic about pickleball, but also wanting to balance that with the dating life and things like that. I think this is a perfect blend, a perfect match.
Yes. So the site kind of took off, the Facebook page took off, and it started out with people just chatting back and forth. And some people would visit other towns and say, hey, I'll be in this city, this state. Is anyone free to play or have a drink or something? And people started to meet, but it kind of snowballed from there. And so we started to set up events across the country in regional areas of pickleball socials or pickleball play-in socials. And we had a couple small ones here, 30 people. We would play for a couple hours, and then we would have dinner. And it turned out to be a smashing success. People loved it, loved it, loved it. So then we went bigger than that. And 3 weeks ago, we had an event at Daytona Beach. We had about 200 people from across the country and even Canada. People came from Canada for the weekend, for the whole weekend. And we played and we laughed and we mingled and we danced. And we've had a couple of love connections made. We've had some very serious relationships started out because of it. And all of us have made new, great pickleball friends from that event. So it's been quite a ride on this pickleball singles mingle site. And we're planning future events, not just now, but in the future. We've got a trip to Utah where people are going hiking and playing pickleball. There's a cruise coming up, and there's more events to come.
And who's organizing that? Is that you, the organizer? Are you behind facilitating those things?
I'm a facilitator, but I am not the organizer of each event. Each event sometimes has its own organizer. And under the events tab on the Facebook page, each event is listed and the organizers shown.
Very, very cool. Um, Now, two questions. One question is, can you give a real example of a couple who is still together, who met, that you know of, who has met and is still playing pickleball together and dating? Are there any real examples out there that you can think of?
Yes, there are. I won't give names to protect their privacy, but his name starts with an E and her name starts with a K. And he just texted me yesterday thanking me for putting on the Pictona event because he found his person and they couldn't be happier, and thanking me so much for organizing the event and having it go.
And how does that make you feel when somebody like E and K reach back out and say, "Hey, thank you for doing what you do and for organizing these things"? How does that make you feel on the inside?
It makes me very happy that all the effort, sweat, and tears was worth it because people were able to connect and have a true meaningful connection and relationship from it. And hopefully each of us will be someday in that same position.
Very good. And the second question is, what is the end goal for you? Are you trying to turn this into a business after you've retired, or are you just trying to do this to help people, or what drives you and motivates you to continue growing this thing and being a force, I would say, in a niche like this?
Well, my real goal is just to get people to connect to each other, to help people date in the pickleball world because it's just so difficult, and myself as an example. So, in the fall, an entrepreneur team contacted me. They were developing an online pickleball dating site, and then they wanted my assistance in designing it and getting it up and running. So that's been a side effort of mine. But my real effort is to get pickleball players connected for dating and for friendship too. We're all tired of being third wheels with our married friends, and we want to have our own fun.
I love it. I love it. Uh, so you basically started your Facebook page that grew to 9,000, almost 9,000 members, and then
Yes.
a group over here reached out and contacted you, and now you've kind of merged a little bit with them on another platform to create an
Yes.
app for dating.
Yes, that's correct. So we
Is that going to
designed,
be?
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I was just going to say, so we designed the dating, online dating for pickleball players by pickleball players. So it's not just do you play? We have questions specific in there for that pickleball players would want to know. For example, what's your level? Are you a newbie, a 2.5, a 5.0? Just informational. What are you looking for? Just a recreational partner, a tournament partner, both, neither, whatever. What's your favorite pickleball memory? Questions like that would really ring true for pickleball players to know in their effort to connect with each other.
Very cool. If people are watching and they have joined the Facebook page, what do you want to convey to people that are?
Scott, are you there? I think I lost you. Say again, Scott?
Hear me?
No. Say again?
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, somebody started calling me, so I actually ended up having to decline their call. But um, what do you want to convey to somebody who's on your Facebook page about what the purpose of that page is? Like, can they ask about if there's any single people in their area, or is it just for networking and kind of connecting for pickleball? What's kind of the purpose of that Facebook page for you?
The purpose of the Facebook page is that for single, non-attached, non-married pickleball players to connect with each other for play, for socializing, for mingling, for whatever they want it to be. We do have some rules. We ask that people be respectful, not scammers or spammers. And if they don't follow those rules, they get reported usually by the members to me. And I have a catapult to Blockville for them where pickleball is only in minus 90 degrees with a 40-mile-per-hour wind. So we try to keep the integrity of the page respectful, but it's whatever people want it to be. So if you're just looking for a new friend in a new town to play with, that's fine. That's how some relationships start out. If you're looking for a love connection and you see someone that looks attractive to you, you can connect with them, see if they'll want to play, and maybe have some dinner or a drink after. It's really kind of like ladies' night at the pickleball court.
Very cool. And talk again about the next event for anybody that kind of joined late or is watching this later. You have another event coming up, you said?
Well, there are several events coming up. There's a trip to Utah to go hiking and play pickleball, and there's also a Caribbean cruise to play pickleball. Those are coming up. I'm trying to get another Pictona event on the books for the first half of 2023. I don't have a date quite set yet, but I'm working with Pictona on that.
And how would somebody find this detailed information if they want to find out more about it, how to sign up and all that? Where do they go?
They go to the Facebook page called Pickleball Singles Mingle, exclamation point, and just ask to join. There is an entry question to help keep the spammers away. So make sure you answer that pickleball specific entry question to be admitted.
I got that one right. Just
Yes, you
saying.
did.
So, all right. So they can go on there. And then what if they want to reach you personally? If they have a question to reach out to you personally, can they reach out on Facebook Messenger or Facebook?
Yes, either one is fine. If I don't return the message right away, I'm probably playing pickleball, so just be patient.
Just from my experience, guys, she's pretty good about getting back to people. She's pretty quick with
Thank
that.
you.
When she's not on the court, I should say.
Thank you.
I tell people that too. I always say, if you don't get me live, I'm probably either doing an interview or I'm playing pickleball. So
Right, right.
very good. Is there anything else while I've got you live that you want to share with everybody in regards to what you're doing? I'm just going to open the floor up to you to be able to talk about that.
Yes, I'd like just a few seconds to talk about the dating site. And, Valentine's Day is coming up, and many of us are still single and looking to mingle. And if you'd like to try out the dating site, Scott, I think it's going to be showing the graphic, but if not, I have the address is on the Facebook page, and or you could reach out to me. There's a free membership going on right now, but we also have an introductory price of $10 per month, which you get all the benefits of the free membership, plus you get the feature of being able to message back and forth. So if you just want to go in and browse a little bit, you can do that on the free membership. And if you'd like to send some messages, it's the $10 per month. We have currently about 1,500 members on the site, and it's growing leaps and bounds every day. So we'd really be interested in your opinion. We tried to make it so that it was pickleball specific for pickleball players, and we'd love to have you join us.
Awesome, Karen. Awesome. Yeah, I actually forgot. I dropped the ball. I forgot to do the layover for that, but I will put that up on the post, and we can definitely get people that information as well. So, all right. Well, if that's it for you, I like to keep these short and sweet. I don't like to drag them out too long because people's attention span gets short. So I think we packed all the good information in here. We'll do another follow-up one at the end of the month for people that didn't see this one live or just want to get some more information on a second interview towards the end of February. Guys, Valentine's Day is coming up. If you're single and ready to mingle, join the Pickleball Singles Mingle Facebook page. Reach out to Karen with any questions. She is fantastic. She's wonderful. A good friend of mine, and you guys will love her. She's fantastic. And if you're ever in Orlando, that area, hit her up for some pickleball and maybe some drinks afterwards. She's, like I said, she's great. She's very hospitable. So, all right, Miss Karen, we are done. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for giving everybody that information. And I wish you nothing but success and happiness.
Thank you. Same to you, Scott. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Have a great afternoon.